Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this day three. We're just about to start. Just give me a moment. There are a few more people joining in, and we are going to start in next 20 seconds. Okay, super. So this is the day three, and I hope you have just seen the last couple of days notes, and you are ready and excited for the day three, and some of you are going to give the exam as well today. Okay, super. Here we go. Superb, superb, amazing. Good evening once again. And yes, the most important part is the recording. Superb. So good evening once again, and welcome to day three. And how many of you are going to give the examination today? Now, the people who have completed their green belt course, okay, and have been through this, 2 days and 3 days of hackathon, those are the people who should be basically giving the exam. Okay, if you're not prepared yet, do not hurry for the examination. Take your own time, and then you can give the examination later. Okay. Professor Dinesh. Thank you, Mr. Ismail. Thank you very much. Okay. So who are the people who are aiming for giving this examination attempt today after our session is over? Just type me in the chat box. Super, super. Okay, there are quite a few people. Yeah, so take your time, take your time. The people who are not ready, take your time. And if you have not been through the entire course content, I would highly recommend not to go for the examination. See, okay. See, it's an open book test. I'll explain you the details about examination. But as of now, just focus on the skill. Okay. It's not clearing the exam which is important. What is important is to get this confidence that, okay, yes, I have been through this entire course, I've understood it, I can easily correlate with it, and I'm completely confident about it. And that is the state of mind I want you guys to achieve. Then only go for the examination. Otherwise, don't push yourself for the examination you can give anytime. Okay, so don't worry. The hackathon's objective is to just a quick fast track revision and a quick push for the people who just procrastinate for the examination. All right, how many of you kind of procrastinate for the examination, that okay, I will make it next month, I will make it next week? The hackathon is just a little gentle push for those people. Clear? If you're not ready, don't give yourself a push. Okay. Yeah, so no, I think Sarthak ji, I think you should go for the course first, okay, and then go for the examination. And don't rush right now. The people who are not ready, don't rush for the examination. Okay, chalo. Let's do the recap first. 86% recovery. How many of you remember 86-14 rule? Okay. Yes, let's do the recovery. What have we covered yesterday? Type in the chat box quickly. What are the topics we have covered yesterday? You can just randomly type the topic. 86% also forgotten. That's a very good one. Okay. That rule also we have forgotten, huh? Okay, measurement system analysis. Very good. Minitab. Yes, fantastic. So we have done the Minitab exercises yesterday. Measure phase, analysis phase, hypothesis, regression, correlation, operational definition. Very good. Keep on typing. Randomly, you can type the topics which we have covered. You can just check your notes, whatever we have covered yesterday, and just type in the chat box. Super. What else? Box plots. Very good. UCL and LCL, upper control, lower control limit. And then we have seen the difference between control limit, specification limit. Remember that? Yes. So Minitab graphs, various graphs, time series plot, histogram, box plot. Correct? Then normality test, SNC. How many of you remember SNC? Stability, normality, capability. Remember that? Yes. Just type SNC as well. Yes, AD test, Anderson-Darling normality test, time series plot, GRR, AAA. Wow, what lot of things we have covered yesterday, huh? Null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis. P low, null go. How many of you remember? If P value is lower than 0.05, it is rejection of the null hypothesis. P low, null go. Correct? So it's a mantra of hypothesis testing. Then we have seen one sample t-test, two sample t-test yesterday. And then we have seen correlation and regression yesterday. Yes? Super. Fitted line plot, which is, yes, so which is a part of our regression analysis. And we have seen in the analyze phase, there is a data door approach and a process door approach. So lean is process door approach. Okay. So process door meaning VSM, process mapping, VA/NV analysis, Teamwood, all these are process mapping, process level approach. What is data door approach? Fishbone, Viva analysis, and Fishbone, Viva analysis. And what else? Then hypothesis and regression and everything. Correct? Yes. Yeah, DOE also is a part of it, but we haven't covered DOE. DOE will cover in the black belt level. Okay. Yes, Hari Babuji, yes, you're absolutely right. It's MCQ type examination. Okay, I'll explain you. Root cause analysis, very nice, superb. So are you clear? So it's a quick recap. Now we will move. So after analyze phase, we move to improve phase. So today we'll cover improve phase and control phase before we go for the examination. These tools are basically, a little, what do I say, lesser than the content of analyze. Measure and analyze are the biggest sessions. Okay. Stress on regression more. Yes, I'll cover a quick regression once again if you wish. Okay. Regression is that, the difference between correlation and regression. Let me just quickly touch upon that. If you remember, regression and correlation, the difference kya tha? There are three things basically. One is line of best fit. Let me just quickly draw this for you. Just for your revision. If you remember, this is our x axis, this is our x, and this is our y on the y axis. So we have seen, points like this and a line of best fit passing to this. Okay. Along with that, there was R square value. R square was something like 76% for us. So, no, Anushka, you did not to take the exam now. You are very new in the system. First, go through the course number 1 green belt. Okay. And then you can go for the examination. Okay. So no exam for you. Very new people, guys, don't go for the examination right now. You know what is my fear? My fear is not that you fail the examination. My fear is you might clear the examination. Are you understanding? How many of you understood this? That is my fear. I don't want you guys to clear the examination before you have been through the entire content and understood this. Okay. It's an objective MCQ type. Once you clear the examination, you will not come back again on the topics. Okay. So I don't want you guys to do that. Understanding is more important. Certification is just a milestone, guys. Understand this? It's a beginning and not the end. Okay. It's a beginning. It's like, when we completed our graduation, when we completed our engineering, it was a beginning of our career and not the end of the career. Remember that. So the biggest worry I have is the new people, you might clear the exam. So do not do this. Okay. So please take your time, complete your course, and then you can complete your examination later. Okay. Coming back to regression, which is then there is y is equal to a plus bx. If you remember, y is equal to output variable, x is input variable, a is equal to intercept. What is intercept? I mentioned yesterday, this line, if I extend this further, at what point it cuts, what point it, it dissects the y-axis, intersects the y-axis. That point is called intercept. And the b is equal to slope. What is the slope definition? If you remember, I gave you this definition of slope. Yeah, absolutely. You can join these classes multiple times. Okay. And all the recordings are available as well. Now, the slope is, the change in the y with 1 unit change in the x. The change in the y, what we measure with 1 unit change in the x, it's called a slope. Okay. So this is what the regression we have covered yesterday. Clear, hai? Everybody, now you can recollect correlation and regression. So correlation is just establishing the relationship, and regression is, regression is nothing but predicting the value of one variable with the other variable. This is the regression's objective. Okay. Super. Chalo, let's move ahead with the improve phase today. And in the improve phase, what we are going to do is, there are certain lean tools we are going to learn. And there are certain, what you can say, there are certain idea generation tools like Scamper. There are certain, what can I say, shortlisting of the ideas. Those kinds of tools we are going to learn in the improve phase. So objective of how do we arrive at B? B is the slope, right? A plus bx. B is the slope. That's what I said. Yeah, just let me just, for example, I'll give you again. So B is the slope. The formula is, so for example, how do we calculate the P? Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say, for example, if I draw lines like this between 3 and 4, understand this. Okay. So this is the 1 unit change in X. And then if I take these lines horizontally like this basically is the slope. This is how we can calculate the slope. Okay. Yesterday, if you remember, in yesterday's case, with 1 lakh rupees of learning and development, 1 lakh is a 1 unit of the X. Okay. 1 lakh is the 1 unit of X. So it was impacting something like 18.83 lakh rupees. How many of you remember this? And this was the slope. Clear? Do you remember this? Very good. Very good. Yeah, Sachinji, R square value is the strength of the relationship, and there is a formula to calculate R square value. Okay. Which we will see in the black belt level in detail. Right now at green belt level, just understand, I've given you the benchmark, right? 0 to 35, it's a lower strength of R square. 35 to 65, moderate, and 65 above, it is the strong. Okay. Might be linear, always linear. So right now at this level, we are just understanding the linear relationship. Okay. So that is the reason, green belt level, we are only learning the linear regression. In the black belt level, we are going to learn about curvilinear regression, quadratic models, the cubic models. Then it becomes a little complex. Okay. Here it is just linear. Okay. Done, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Super. Very good questions, by the way. Keep asking the questions which are, and that shows your focus. See, you can only ask the questions. You can only ask the questions when you are thinking about that topic. Otherwise, you will not ask the question. Okay. You go deeper, then only you will understand, okay, I have not understood this. The more you think, more questions will arise. So the people who are asking the question, it shows that they are thinking about it, they're practicing it, they're revising it. Okay, so keep doing that. Very good. Okay, let's move ahead to our improve phase, which is our setup time reduction. Now, one of the tool which in the improve phase, now objective improve phase is, once we identify the root causes and we validate those root causes, that is the time we basically identify the solutions of it. Okay. So solution identification and then shortlisting the solution and make the action plan is the objective of improve phase. What is that? Identify the solutions, the ideas, okay? Then shortlist those ideas and then make an action plan, concrete action plan to basically implement those ideas. So these are the steps we use in the improve phase. So what are the different tools we use? The first one is called setup time reduction. What is setup time reduction? Setup time reduction meaning, let's say you're making a product. Okay, one product you're making and you want to take the change over from one product to another product. That's where setup time reduction comes into picture. Let me give you a simple example of, okay, so this is, a setup time. Don't get bogged down with this diagram. It's very simple to understand. Let's say you are, I'll give you a simple example of the kitchen. Okay. In the kitchen, right now you are making apple juice. Okay. आप apple juice बना रहे हो and you want to make the orange juice. Right now you are making apple juice and you want to make the orange juice. Now tell me, imagine you are making apple juice right now. The next you want to make orange juice. Let's say there are a lot of friends and family members. There is a party and you are just preparing for the party. Now, what are the steps? There is only one mixer juicer. Okay. What are the steps you need to take to change between apple juice to orange juice? Type in the chat box. Think about it. What we need to do to make this changeover between apple juice to orange juice? So the first one is, change the fruit. Very good. Wash the jar. That's very important. Wash the jar. We cannot put the orange in the apple juice itself, right? The taste will be completely different. Yes, emptying the pot, clean the pot, correct? What else? Peel the oranges. That is more important. We cannot put it just like that, correct? So we need to peel it, wash it, peel it properly, remove those seeds inside it, right? Make it completely clean so that we can make a juice out of it, correct? What else? Then imagine the for the apple juice, you are using a very hard blade. Okay, the blade which rotates, right? But for the oranges, which are very softer, you don't need that. So you need to change the blade as well. Are you understanding? So these are certain activities. Now tell me this. Now these activities can be, okay, right from cleaning the pot and, peeling off the oranges, cleaning them, removing the seeds, and changing the blade. All these activities can be divided into internal and external activity. Make a note of this. External activities and internal activities. Now, what does that mean? Example, what does it mean? It means external meaning the activities which you can do where you need not to stop the juicer mixer. Those are called external activity. Okay, just try to understand this. The activities which you can do without stopping the mixer juicer, these are called external activity. For example, let's say when the orange juice is being, the apple juice is being made, can you just peel off the oranges? Yes or no? Just give me yes or no in the chat box. Can you peel off the oranges? Yes. You need not to stop the juicer, correct? No? Okay. You can remove the seed. You can do that, correct? You can bring all the peeling of equipment like knife, etc. Whatever is required, you can do it. All the preparation can be done. So this is called the preparation part. So preparation becomes external activity. Are you clear? Preparation for the orange juice become an external activity. You need not to stop the machine. Whenever you want to stop the machine, you have to stop the machine. Then it is called an internal. Now, let us set up time. What is setup? Setup meaning you need to change, let's say, the blade, for example. Can you change the blade when the machine is on? Can you do that? No, we can't do that. It will be very risky. It is not safe, correct? So we have to stop the machine. We have to take that blade off. We have to put another blade. We have to adjust. So setup and adjustment becomes internal activities. Okay. And then the test run. That means after that, we will run it for a short, small run. Like in most of the cases, what we do before we take the product changeover, we take a small run and then we test it. Okay, we do all the quality check. If all the quality parameters, like, is it being properly crushed? Is it being, if you are adding some sugar, etc., is it being properly mixed? Then you test it. Once test is passed, then you start the orange juices production in full swing. Okay. Now this test run, can we do this test run internally or externally? Do you have to stop the machine for doing the test run just to test the juices, etc.? Yes? No, we can't, right? We don't have to. We can run the machine, we can do the test run. So this is the external activity. So these are two internal activities and two external activities. Now, this setup time reduction, it is also called as SMED. Okay, SMED stands for single minute exchange of die. Die meaning DIE, die. Now, die is a engineering, nomenclature, vocabulary. Okay. So single minute exchange of die is something which was designed by Mr. Shigo Shingo in Toyota. Okay. Earlier in the automotive segment, if you remember, if this is the car body. Okay, let me just try to, if let's say this is the car, okay, and imagine this is a car, okay. So in the car body, this is front door, back door, okay, then the bonnet and the top, front door, back door, okay, this part. So all these parts are made in the dies. Dies meaning this is a tool basically which converts a simple sheet metal into this shape of the body. Okay, a sheet metal, basically sheet metal meaning a metal sheet. Okay, let's say this is the metal sheet. Okay, a die will come from the top and it will give the shape like this. Are you understanding? So this equipment is called a die, and changing the entire die used to be a huge time consuming activity. In Toyotas, okay, they used to take from 8 hours to 48 hours to generally change the die. It was a too slow operation and very, and it was what you can say, technology was not evolved at that point in time. So Shigo Shingo basically, what he did, he implemented single minute exchange of die and reduced that timeline from 8 hours to less than 10 minutes. Okay, and he used the same technique, which we are learning just now. Okay, so what he did, he basically, so preparation is external. So what he did, you can do it before you stop the machine. Correct? So this is preparation before you stop the machine. So this is eliminated. All right. Then what happens? The setup time. Now this setup time, which generally takes 5% of the total time. Okay. Now what he did, there is something called time and motion study. Have you heard about time and motion study? How many of you have heard about time and motion study? Kisko pata hai time and motion study? Have you heard about it? Very good. So time and motion study basically is used to go in a very minute activity level and identify how much time are you taking for each and every small action you are taking. Okay. And then what it does, it improvises it. It improvises certain activities. Can it be done parallel? Can it be done in a different way? Can it be automated? And they reduce the timeline of that as well. Okay. And by doing that, you can improve the productivity of the person. Okay. For example, let me give a simple example, which I always give. Let's say this is the pen and this is the cap. And I am the assembler of this. Okay. So first step is I will pick up the pen. The second step is I will pick up the cap. The third step is I will insert the pen and the cap. The fourth step is I will rotate and lock. So these are the 4 steps which will take 4 seconds. Okay. Now in time and motion, what we'll do, we'll identify this, and then we will do it parallel activities. For example, instead of picking the pen and then picking the cap, we can do it parallelly. We can do it in one shot. Okay. Pick up the pen and the cap so that 1 second is, is saved. Then we will do a small changes in the design. Rather than rotating and locking, there can be some press fit we can go for. If I use a press fit, I can insert and press and it will be locked. So instead of 4 seconds, I can complete the activity by 2 seconds. Let's try to understand this. Huh? Instead of 4 seconds, it was like pick up the pen, pick up the cap, insert and rotate and lock. Instead of this 4-second activity, I will just pick up the pen and cap, insert and lock, and within 2 seconds, I will complete this. So ideally, what I'm doing is I'm doubling my productivity. Have you understood this? Just type yes in the chat box. Yes, exactly. Clear, everybody? So these kinds of activities you can do in the setup time. Okay. Then adjustment also. If you standardize the setting, if you use certain jigs and fixtures, which are some mechanical jigs and fixtures, you can basically remove this adjustment time as well. Okay. So, and if you do some standardization, this is very, very important. Imagine if you standardize. What is standardization? Standardization. What is standardization? Standardization meaning, imagine last time, whenever you had made the best orange juice, understand this, huh? From the same vendor, same quality orange juice, if you purchase, and the same quantity, if you take the same quantity of sugar, same quantity of oranges, same quality, and you do the same thing, at least you will be very close within the specification. Yes or no? If you maintain all the points standardized, you will be within the specification. Yes or no? Are you understanding? If you're not maintaining the standard, then it will be very difficult. Correct? So what they do is they standardize the things, and when while doing the test run, so test run can be eliminated. Okay, so use the standards and start the process. Okay, and then you can make certain smaller adjustments later, just to make sure you come very close to the target. Clear? So with the help of standardization, you can literally eliminate the test run. So what has happened is preparation is eliminated, test run is eliminated, setup time is reduced, adjustment also eliminated. So from this entire 100%, you can actually, what you can say, talking about less than 5% of the time here. And this is basically is the funda of SMED technique, which is called single minute exchange of die technique. Clear, everybody? Fundamental concept clear ho gaya? How do they basically break down the process into various activity, then external and internal activity, and their objective is to convert maximum internal activity into external ones. Okay, where you need not to stop that machine. Machine should run more. Okay, otherwise you can parallelly do these activities. Clear? And this is called as what you can say, SMED technique, or single minute of exchange of die, which is a changeover time reduction technique. Clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Super clear, guys? Amazing, amazing. Yes, yes. Formula One car tire replacement. I would have shown you this video right now, but if I show you a YouTube video, now there will be a strike on the YouTube channel. Then because this is actually being going on the YouTube channel as well. Okay, live में चल रहा है, तो वो strike आ जाएगा. I just want to avoid. Otherwise, I will show you. Okay, हम लोग जब बात में करेंगे ना, I will show you those videos of Formula One, SME technique के लिए. Clear है? Superb, superb. Okay. Now, so this is internal, external. It is clearly given. Okay, how you can eliminate. Okay. Now the next one is called elimination of NVAs, which is called non-value added. Okay, how many of you have heard about my nothing seen story? I think you guys have not heard about nothing seen story. Okay. Anyways, let me give you a nothing seen story. There was a city. Okay. Understand it. There was a city, and one young guy got a job as a security supervisor in that city, in that building. Okay. There was a huge building. There was a huge tower. Okay. Very old tower. It was a very old tower. And a security supervisor, this guy was selected for the security supervisor. Now, what he did, so he joined, and there was a strange procedure that every shift, you have to climb up the ladder climb up the tower, go on the top of the tower, come back and write nothing seen in the the register. What is that? Nothing seen. Kuch bhi nahi dekha. All right. Now he used to basically follow what you can say, follow this. Okay. Yes. Hari Babu remembers this. Okay, I told this story before. Okay. Anyway, coming, but a lot of people have not heard about it. Now, this guy is curious about it. Why are we doing this nothing seen? So he asked all his fellow team members, and nobody was able to satisfy his question. Okay, satisfactory answer usko nahi mil raha tha. One day, one retired fellow in the same department happened to visit the place. So this young guy asked the question, "Sir, why are we following this process called nothing seen? You have to go on the top, come down, and write nothing seen in the register. What is the logic behind it?" So the old man scratched his head and said, "Okay, son, what happened during the Second World War time? This was the tallest building of the city. We used to go on the top and check whether any enemy ships are coming from the seashore. Okay, then if there were no enemy ships, then we used to write nothing seen in the register. Okay, so and we are still following the same process. Now understand this. This process, when it was made, it was very important, critical process. But as the time passes, they're still following this. This is called non-value added activities, NVAs. Are you understanding this? Just type yes in the chat box. Okay, so similarly, we have got lot of non-value added activities in our system. Lot of them we have. Okay, so what we do in the improve phase with the lean, we identify those non-value added. Okay, so basically we can classify the activities into three categories. What are the three categories majorly? The three categories are value added. Value added are the activities where we are ready to pay for, willing to pay for. Then BVA, which is called business value added, and the third one is non-value added. Okay, what is value added? Value added, let's say, for example, let's say you hire a cab. Just try to understand this. You hire a cab to go from your residence to airport. Okay, you hire a cab for residence to airport. Now you are ready to pay for whatever is the fare for that, right? And that is called value added stuff. Let's say the fare is 1,000 rupees. You are ready to pay 1,000 rupees just to take from point A to point B, because that is what you are willing to pay for. Okay, that's what a service you're expecting. That is called value added. You will take the service, give the money. It's called value added service. What is business value added? Now understand this. Imagine the fueling of the car, petrol or diesel or the gas. Okay, if that person stops in the queue of the fueling while you are going to the airport, that will be a non-value added for you, but it is important for him to basically to run the machine, to run that car. Yes or no? And that is called business value added, which is not value added for the customer directly, but it is value added for the business. Okay, example, let's say maintenance of your machine. Maintenance of the machine, like oiling, greasing, inspections, all these things we do is basically to run the machine smoothly without breakdowns. Okay, but customer has got nothing to do with it. Whether you run the machine, whether you're not, customer is interested in the product or services at the end of it, right? That's it. It is your internal matter, it's your business matter, and those are called business value added. Okay, yes, inspection, maintenance of the machines, training to your employees. Okay, if you give Lean Six Sigma training to your employees internally, this is a business value added, because those people can save a lot of problems. They can eliminate a lot of problems. They can losses. They can save a lot of losses of the company. It's a business value added, but customer will not pay for your training program. Are you understanding? That is called business value added. Are you clear with this difference? Value added, business value added. Just type yes in the chat box. Are you understand the difference between value add, business value add? Yes. Clear, Ham? Clear cut difference. Now inspection of the part. Okay, now inspection of the part. Will you pay for the customer? Will customer pay for the inspection? Actually, no, right? Customer is only wanting, the product, that's it, which is functioning properly, perfectly. Okay. Now, inspection is what we have created. All right. Now, few people call inspection is not a value added, but we haven't evolved at that level where we can eliminate the inspection, right? So as of now, we can put inspection in the business value added category. Clear? There is a huge debate. Inspection is it value added? Is it non-value added? Right? So as of now, when we have not reached that level where we can absolutely automate everything and we are confident about our output, okay, inspection would be a business value added. Okay. And non-value added is simple. Our team would transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, defect. This is called completely a non-value added. Clear hai? Yes? Super, super. Amazing. Travel insurance. Travel insurance for whom? Whose context we are talking about of travel insurance? Is it the customer's context? It's a value-added stuff. Yes, yes. If you are a tourist, travel insurance will be a very valuable, because travel insurance is a very small amount you are taking just to secure your complete travel. Yes or no? Just for a very short duration. If something happens, right, then you will be insured about it with a very small amount. They charge, it's not very big amount. So actually it is value added for this, right? Yeah. Clear, hai? Everybody? Value added, business value. So what we do is here, we map the process. Understand this. We map the process and then we identify what are the value added activities, what are the non-value added activities, and what are the business value added activities. Okay. So this is something which we do with the help of mapping the process. And for each and every process, we give, the timing as well, and try to eliminate non-value added. Try to eliminate as much as possible. See, we cannot eliminate 100% non-value added in one shot, but we should try for it. We should try for it. Understanding? So this is how value added, non-value added after process mapping basically we can do. Clear? So this is the as-is process, and after improvement, after elimination, the process will be reduced. Unwanted stuff will be eliminated. So the number of steps also will be reduced. Okay. Just type yes in the chat box if you have understood this. So what we do here is, first we map the process, complete process like this. Now this is just a diagrammic, representation, and out of which we eliminate the non. So red ones are the non-value added. So we eliminate it and we shrink the process like this. And this is what we do in the VA/NVA analysis. This is called VA/NVA analysis. Value added, non-value added analysis. Clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. This is a detailed one, which you need to basically practice. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm just covering certain topics which are given in detailed in your Greenbelt curriculum. I'm just touching upon some of the topics. Okay. Now, this concept is also very, very important concept, which is called a reduction of WIP, reduction of, you can say, inventory. Okay. And this concept is called as Little's law. Little's law. Now, Professor Little is one of the very renowned professors from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, US. So according to him, okay, what Little's law? The lead time. So Little's law says, the lead time is directly proportionate to the amount of WIP and inversely proportionate to the completion rate. Now, what is the lead time? Lead time. What is lead time? Simple. The order to delivery lead time. Order to delivery lead time is directly proportional to WIP and inversely proportional to the completion rate. I'll give you a classic example for this, okay, which I've given multiple times. I'll give it once again. Imagine you go to an ATM, okay, a ATM machine of a bank to withdraw the cash, and there are 5 people in the queue right now, and you are the 6th one. Already 5 people in the queue, and you are the 6th one. Okay, and ATM machine takes 5 minutes to withdraw the cash. For every person, ATM machine takes 5 minutes. Just for our simple understanding. Okay. Now, how much time you should take to withdraw the cash for yourself? Type in the chat box quickly. How much time you should take to withdraw the cash? Total time will be 30 minutes, right? Out of which 25 minutes will be non-value added, which is waiting time, and only 5 minutes will be value added, which will be withdrawing the cash. The total is 30 minutes. Yes or no? Everybody understood this? VA and V understood? 25 minutes non-value added waiting time, 5 minutes is a value added time where you will withdraw the cash. Clear? Okay. Now imagine this is called WIP. These are the people in the queue are called WIP. WIP in work in progress or work in process. Okay. Imagine those people are work in progress. Now let's apply the Little's law. If you want to reduce the 30 minutes, first work on WIP. Okay. Now the second scenario. See, I'm just explaining you the concept with this context, okay? Now the same machine, ATM. Now instead of 5 people, there are only 2 people in the queue. And now you are the third person. How much time will you take? How much time will you take now to complete, withdraw the cash? Type in the chat box. So it will be 10 minutes of NVA and 5 minutes of value added. So 15 minutes. Everybody understood this? Just by reducing the WIP from 5 to 2, we have reduced the 50% of the lead time. Understood? This is what it is directly proportional to WIP. More the WIP, more the lead time. Lesser the WIP, lesser the lead time. Okay. Now coming back to completion rate. What is completion rate? See, earlier it was taking 5 minutes. Imagine now because of some software changes, now the machine is basically running faster. It is dispensing the cash faster. Now it is basically giving the cash in 2 minutes. So we have actually improved the completion rate. We have fast tracked it. Okay. Now tell me, what is the lead time with this new, what you can say, dispensing time? What is the new time? Machine now is taking only 2 minutes with 2 people in the queue. You are the third person. How much time will it take? Type in the chat box. How will it do that? Yes. So it is 6 minutes total, 4 minutes waiting and 2 minutes. So from 15 minutes, we can actually reduce the lead time to 6 minutes. Yes or no? This is how by working on the WIP and completion rate. So Sagar, what your question is absolutely right. This in this context, this is not in our control. How many people in the queue? But this is just to explain you the context in a simpler way. Okay. But in the real life, the work in progress is in our hand, right? Yes or no? We can easily control the inventory, number of inventory, the batch size. From converting it to push system to pull system, we can easily control the amount of inventory on the floor or whatever we are processing. Okay. So this is how we can compare. Are you clear with this Little's law? Just give me a in the chat box. Simple example I've given just to explain you the concept. Now it will be a little different when we apply this in the real life. Okay, whether it is a manufacturing process, whether it is a service process. But once the law, the concept is clear, then it will be application will be easier for you. Okay. Superb, guys. Amazing. Good. So you can just go through this. Now, how many of you have are aware of 5S system? 5S kisko pata hai 5S? How many of you are aware of 5S system? Now 6S, which is safety, is also added. You are right. 5S, workplace management, housekeeping, safety, lot of things which can. Yes. Okay, so 5S is also covered here. So you can see a lot of things in details. Examples are given. You can go through them later on. So workflow layout as well. This is spaghetti diagram. You can just go through a lot of concepts. I'm not covering all these concepts. Okay, I'm just touching upon some of the topics. Okay. Yeah, so 5S system these are the 5 S's. 5 S's are the 5 Japanese words, which are, Siri, Siton, Siso, Siketsu, Shitsuke. These are basically the English pronunciation. The Japanese authentic pronunciations are a little different than this. Okay. What is the relationship between setup time reduction and reduction of WIP? Setup time is, setting up that machine for the next product. That is called the setup time. And WIP is the amount of product, the material, what you are having. Okay. That is called the setup time, what you can say, reduction. So WIP reduction. WIP is the material. And setup time is for that machine. For that machine, how much time are you taking for the changeover? So that is the difference between a setup time and the WIP. See, both setup time reduction also and WIP also, both will reduce the time. See, lean attacks on the time. Understand this. Okay, lean attacks on the time, where Six Sigma attacks on the variation and the quality. That's where Lean Six Sigma is a killer combination for the challenges. Are you understanding? So Lean basically focuses on the time element. So if you see, observe very closely, everything is related to time. Okay. So what is Teamwood? Teamwood is everything will boil down to the time only. Everything will reduce the time. SMED, it will reduce the time. VA/NV analysis, value added, non-value added analysis. Everything will reduce the time. Little's law will reduce the time ultimately. Okay. So Lean basically focuses on elimination of the non-value added and time. Okay. Yes. Sometimes WIP needs to run smoothly in the main line during the setup. Yes, you can say that. Yes, that's absolutely right. Yeah. Okay. Now coming back to 5S. That's coming back to 5S. Now 5S is, these are the 5 things where sorting, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. These are the 5 levels. And let's say, for example, the sorting meaning what is needed, what is not needed. Okay. How many of you have the messy cupboards in your, in your workplace as well as at your home? Just type me in the chat box. The messy cupboard. When you open the cupboard, it is everything is messy. All the stuff, some stuff, fall on you when you open the cupboard, lot of people, huh? Yes, fantastic. So you can apply this principle of 5S over there. Okay. Now, what happens is, first is sorting the things. What is actually needed and what is not needed. Freeing up the space. You can do it for your workstation. You can do it for your cupboard. You can do it for your, what you can say, you can do it for your email box. Okay, inbox ko aap clean kar sakte ho. What is needed? How many emails are needed? How many are not needed? Eliminate them. Okay. Then once it is sorted, then the set in order. There's a principle called PEP principle. PEP meaning PEEP, place for everything and everything in its place. Okay. For example, there should be place for everything. So we keep the shoes in the shoe rack. We keep the books in the bookshelf. We keep the clothes in the cupboard. Okay. So there are certain things which have to be kept at its place. But if they're misplaced, okay, then finding them will take a lot of time. Again, it will consume a lot of time. Understand this? Okay. So place for everything and everything in place. Now, how many of you are auditors here, internal auditors? How many of you are internal auditors here? Just type me in the chat box. Kitne log hai yahan pe internal auditors? Any audit, your 5S audit, CAPA audit, whichever audit. Okay, ISO, QMS, HSC, fantastic. A lot of people are internal auditors. Now, when you ask, let's say, a document or a record, Okay. So how much time is required for retrieval? Okay, if the more time is taken for the retrieval, it is simple indication that set in order is not in place properly. So the PIP principle is not in place. Okay, yeah, a lot of people are there. Huh? Very good. Rinkuji is there, Rajiv ji is there, Sachin ji is fantastic. Yogesh is there, Nandakishore ji, a lot of people. Okay, super. A lot of auditors in the room. So this is where if you, let's say the retrieval of the document is in few minutes or few seconds, it will be shown that, yes, the set in order is properly in place. Okay. Otherwise, this is not in place and it is disastrous. Okay. Then the third one is shine. A lot of times, shine is considered as just housekeeping. Okay. Yeah, all of us improving our skills with this. Okay, but okay. Now, shine is nothing but we consider shine in a very what you can say in a very simplistic manner, but actually shine has a very deeper meaning as well. Shine can improve not only housekeeping, it can reduce the maintenance downtime, it can improve the safety. For example, let's say when you clean your own vehicle, you don't only clean the vehicle, you inspect the tire pressure, you inspect the oil, you inspect the what you can say, the fuel, you inspect the wiper condition. So all these things, any scratches on the body or not. So these are called the small inspections. Okay, any leakage, any oil leakage, any some kind of leakages are there in the machine as well. Okay, any compressed air noise is coming, any vibration noise is coming. All those stuff basically can be done when you are cleaning your machine thoroughly, when you're cleaning your workplace thoroughly. Okay, so it does not only improve the housekeeping, but it improves the maintenance, it improves the safety performance as well. Okay, then the standardization, which is nothing but standardize the procedures, process, practices to make them as a habit rather than backsliding. Okay, so standardization is SOPs are there, the boards will be written, all right, so that everybody will be basically following these concepts in great details every day. It's not like, so it should be a part of culture rather than activity once in a while. It should be a part of daily culture, right? So who said that we are using this 30 minutes every day? Somebody, I think 5 minutes every day, right? Yes, 5 minutes daily. Rinkuji. Yes. 5 minutes you do for this. Okay. Yes, visual management is also a very important role to play. Okay. And then the sustenance. Now, in sustenance, it takes the audits, whether it is being followed. Then you can give the area ownership. Okay. Maybe some machines will be given to this, or some department will be given to to some person, and those people will be accountable for this. Even in the airport also, you will find this lot of times. This is observed, right? Somebody, those security personnel photographs will be pasted on the wall, and this area will be maintained by this person. Okay, so that will be shown over there. Okay, so these kinds of things are basically to sustain. And there is something called layered audit. Okay, layered audit. This system is also a lot of companies are using layered audit. Layered audit. Okay, what is layered audit? For example, let's say the person who is operating the machine has to do the 5S and inspection every day. Okay, the inspection, the audit of that, all this, there will be a checklist. When we do the audit, there will be checklists given. Okay, so according to the checklist, the audit has to be done every day by the person who is running the machine. Okay, the person who is supervisor, he will do it every once in a week. Okay, so you understand this as it goes in the hierarchy. Then the manager of that will do it in once in a month. The head of the department will do it once in a quarter, so that so daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly, these kinds of layered audit will happen, so that it should be a complete bulletproof system, and nothing should be basically passed from this kind of system. Okay, so you also can think about implementing a layered audit system in your company as well. Okay, So this is something like 5S system, and yeah, this was one of the photographs of one of our client where we had implemented 5S in a small place, a small SME client. There is no standards and nothing. So first thing what we did was the 5S implementation. Okay, clear everybody? 5S. So start implementing 5S, guys. This is very, very important as a culture of the organization. Clear? Go through this in details in your green belt curriculum. Okay. Then comes the Pokayoke, mistake proofing. Yes, now Pokayoke or mistake proofing is nothing but, how many of you have heard about foolproof system? Have you heard about foolproof system? Just type yes in the chat box. Foolproof system, yes? Yes. Foolproof system. Correct? Right? Yes or no? Foolproof, sir. एकदम foolproof system है हमारा. Yes? Everybody? हाँ. Actually, there is spelling mistake. The real spelling is not this. The real spelling is this. Okay. Yes. So actually, this is called a foolproof system. What is foolproof? So it was like the customers are considered as fools, and even fools can also operate our system without any failure. This is called a concept of Pokayoke. And there was a huge backlash from the people that, are you considering ourselves as fools? So they changed this from foolproof system. Nowadays, nobody is using this terminology. They have changed it to mistake proofing. Okay. And this system is called a Pokayoke. The basic funda is very simple. Even though somebody wants to do it, commit a mistake, he or she should not be able to. Are you understanding? Okay. Even if somebody wants to commit a mistake, that, for example, if somebody wants to jump in the rotating machine and do suicide, the machine should stop, or machine should be guarded or covered so that nobody can even enter. Are you understanding? Yeah. There was one, in Mumbai, one of the biggest, what you can say, casualty which happens in Mumbai is a railway accident. Okay, the huge number, a lot of people die while crossing the railway. Okay, a lot of people. Now, why this happens? Because the Mumbai people, they run on the time of the trains. Okay, so 9:11 and 9:12. So that 1 minute they have to cross over. So what some people do, they take the shortcut and they jump the railway track to go to the other platform. Okay, and in this hurry, a lot of people actually meet with an accident. Now, what happens wherever we have seen that wherever there is a fencing between the railway tracks within the platforms, okay, within the two platforms, there is a fencing in the between. Okay, these kinds of accidents are reduced drastically. So people are not able to jump across from one platform to another platform. They are not allowed to do that. That's where number of deaths drastically fell. Sometimes it was less than 80% reduction was found. So this is called a foolproof system. Now, how many times have you seen such kind of system? Type in the chat box. Yes, USB port, the photo sensor, the login password. Exactly. So you cannot log in with the different password, right? So you have to have your authentic authorized password and login ID for that. Apart from that, where have you seen this? Our escalator system, our the lift system. Whenever you are entering the lift or you are exiting the lift, the doors don't shut because there is a sensor which senses the human movement and it does not close, right? It is called a foolproof Pokayoke system. What else? Mistake proofing, not foolproofing. Car doors, okay. Washing machine don't operate if the lid is open. Fantastic. Very good. Very good. Bike stand. Okay. Bike stand में क्या? Bike stand का क्या था? In bike stand. So a lot of times you will, you will see this kind of, sensor of the bike stand. Very good. And even when we drive the car as well, na, if we are not putting our belts, there is a signal on the dashboard, right? This is also a Pokayoke system only, correct? In some cases, the safety measures, okay, in one of the organization, okay, the safety was very, very important. The car does not start if you are not wearing the safety belt. Okay, that kind of safety measures also you can take. Car will not stop. The engine will not start unless and until all the people are wearing the safety belts. Okay, so these kinds of systems you also can basically create, and these are called Pokayoke system. Okay, torque not done, then line will stop the series. Yes, very good. Car steering torque, fantastic. Okay, there are so many Pokayoke systems we can see in the this thing. Okay, super. Now these some of the concepts, guys, we have seen. These are the lean concepts. Okay, in Six Sigma, if you remember, we discussed about something called Scamper. How many of you remember Scamper in the yellow belt? Scamper किसको पता है? So Pokayoke का बहुत सारा detailed examples आपको दिया हुआ है. You can just go through this. Okay. Scamper. How many of you remember Scamper? Just type me in the chat box. पता है Scamper? Very good. Scamper is substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put together. Look at this. Eliminate and erase and reverse or rearrange. So these are the 7 trigger words which trigger our solution generation, idea generation method. And remember, during the yellow belt, we take a couple of examples like during lockdown, if we are not able to travel, then how can we basically do the business, do the training and coaching consulting? Okay. In the next one, we discuss about if my fuel expenses are very high, then what are the different options we can explore to reduce my fuel expenditure. So all this are called as Scamper. Very, very powerful tool, and you should exercise this. See, my recommendation to you guys is, if your organization is not letting you to give the give permission for Lean Six Sigma projects, okay, but you should try these tools separately as well. This is the power of this. Okay, you can do Scamper separately, you can do cause and effect separately, you can do Viva analysis separately, you can do Pareto analysis separately, you can use some graphical tools to analyze the data separately. If your projects are not there, does not mean you cannot implement these tools. How many of you agree with this point? Just type yes in the chat box. You can do this. Let's say there is a challenge, you want to generate some ideas, some solutions. You can use Scamper, though, very, very powerful tool. Okay, can we substitute something? Can we combine with one or two things and solve this problem? Can we adopt some new practice? Can we modify something to solve the problem? Okay, so this is very, very important thing. Okay, we have data in Excel, cannot use in Minitab. You can just copy and paste, no? Excel का data copy paste करके Minitab में ले लीजिए, उसमें क्या है? We can use it, no? Yeah, we can open the Excel in Minitab. We can from Minitab, you can go to File and open Worksheet. Okay, let's say there is a Excel in your laptop. Okay, laptop के desktop पे if you have the Excel, so you can go to Minitab File and open Worksheet, and you can open that Excel sheet in the Minitab directly. That also can be done. Even if not copy paste, you can directly open the Minitab worksheet, Excel worksheet in the Minitab. वो भी कर सकते हैं. Okay. Yes. So this is called Scamper. We have already covered it in the green belt, yellow belt level. Okay. But this is a very powerful tool, and I would highly recommend you guys to use this tool. Okay. Now understand this. In the Scamper, we generate a lot of ideas. Okay. Apart from Scamper, in the black belt level, I have given you almost 7 to 8 various idea generation techniques. 7 to 8 various idea generation techniques. For example, differential diagnosis, Walt Disney method, okay, brain writing method, and reverse, what I can say, brainstorming. There is a normal brainstorming and there is a reverse brainstorming. There are so many new techniques we have introduced. Okay. So you can just go through those new techniques. and it will basically take you to the next level of generating ideas. Okay. Now, once you generate a lot of ideas, guys, then we need to basically shortlist those ideas. And to shortlist those ideas, we use one very powerful method, and that method is called as, EB matrix. Write this down. This method is called as effort benefit matrix. EB matrix, effort benefit matrix. Now, this is after you generate a lot of ideas, then you can implement this. Okay. No, Scamper is used in the improve phase. Scamper is the solution generation. Okay. So we are now in the improve phase, right? So right now we have seen the lean improvement techniques, like our SMD technique, like our Pokayoke, like our 5S techniques, like our this Little's law. All these are lean techniques of improvement. In the Six Sigma techniques, you can do brainstorming, we can do Scamper. These are the Six Sigma way of find out the solutions. Okay. Once we have all the solutions, then we need to shortlist the number of solutions, and that's where effort benefit analysis is a very, very powerful technique, which I would highly recommend. Okay. Now, what we do in this, there are 4 types of basically solutions you will find out. Okay. So if you list down all the solutions, so what will happen is you can give, see, few people give the rating on the scale of 1 to 10, or few people just give, the high or low rating, high or low. I'll explain you. Let's say, for example, I have got 4 types of solutions. Okay. Let's say solution number 1. Okay. So let's say solution number 1 is giving the awareness training program to the employees of the process for 15 minutes. Okay. So 15 minutes on-job awareness training program for 15 minutes. Okay. So let's say if I ask you, is it the high effort or the low effort? Type in the chat box. 15 minutes awareness program on the people on the floor. High effort or low effort? Type in the chat box, everybody. Low effort, very good. Everybody knows, right? Now, this is called low effort. Okay. Now, because of which the awareness will improve. And ultimately benefit also you will get. But now, will you get a completely groundbreaking benefit because of the 15 minutes awareness program? Yes or no? Will you get a groundbreaking improvement after 15 minutes? Everything is transformed. People have changed. ऐसे होगा क्या? नहीं होगा. So the benefit also will be low. Are you understanding? This is called low effort, low benefit solutions. Are you understanding? Just the awareness level. Okay. Similarly, there will be some solution which will be low effort and very high benefit. When I say high benefit, I am referring to the benefit to the project. Benefit to what project we are doing. Okay. So some solutions will be low effort and high benefit. Some solutions will be high effort, okay, and high benefit. Example, I'll give you example of automation of the process. Now, to automate the process, you might require some capital expenditure. Okay, some software purchasing. Okay, some CapEx approval from the management. So the efforts are very high. But if we do it successfully, then lot of human errors can be eliminated. Our productivity will go up. Our accuracy, precision will go up. And so the benefit also will be very high. So it is called high effort and high benefit solution. Are you clear with this? Just type yes in the chat box. Are you clear? High effort, high benefit, low effort, low benefit. Can you just compare this? Simple examples I'm giving you. Clear? And some of the solutions will be high effort and low benefit solution. The efforts would be very high, but the benefit comparatively will not be that much of high. Okay. So these, more or less, these are 4 categories you can bifurcate your solution. Now, there will be a simple diagram you can make like this. The 4 quadrants. Okay. You can just make along with me. So here on the y-axis, these are the benefits. And the x-axis, these are the efforts. Okay. So the first type of solutions, low effort, low benefit, will fall in this quadrant. Just try to understand this. Effort is low and benefits are also low. So they will fall in this first quadrant, and they are called as just do it solutions. Make a note of this. Those are called as just do it solutions. Small effort has small benefit. Let's do it. Okay, just do it. The second category, this one, okay, this one are low effort and high benefit. These solutions are called as must do it solutions. What is that? Must do it solution. You must implement, because with the lowest effort, you are going to grab the highest amount of advantages, the benefits. Okay. The third category falls in this region where high efforts and high benefits. Now, these types of solutions, you have to escalate to the management, escalate for the approval, basically, right? Because it requires more expenditure, more capex requirement, capital expenditure. So you require approval from the top management, your finance advisor, your CEO, CFO, okay, all those people. So once the approval comes, then you have to implement. If approval does not come, you have to reject that idea. Clear? Then the fourth one will fall in. So this one, high effort and low benefit. So those ideas have to be rejected. So reject these kinds of ideas where the efforts are very high, but benefits are very low. Those ideas will be rejected. Okay. And this is called effort benefit analysis. Now, all the solutions you can categorize in these 4 areas. Left-hand side wala areas, implement them. This one and this one, implement those solutions. Right-hand side, escalation. If management approves this on the third quadrant, then you can implement. Otherwise, you have to remove, eliminate. And these are, you have to eliminate. Okay. So this way, you can basically reduce the number of ideas in your list. Clear? This is called effort benefit analysis. If it is clear, just type yes in the chat box. Super clear hai? Any question in effort benefit? Very clear? Yeah. When you do it, it will be more, fruitful and more clear to you. Okay. And we have already given you the templates in the, in one, what you can say, in our green belt level, there are templates given. All right. Yes. Yeah. Sridharji, so example I have already given. A couple of examples I have already given. One is that awareness training to the employees. 15 minutes awareness training to the employees, low effort, low benefit. Okay. The automation of the process, high effort, high benefit. That will be going to the escalation. Low effort, high benefit, meaning, for example, you make a small change. A lot of times this happens, right? You make a small change in your operation, but you get a huge benefit out of it. Are you understanding? A small change, in operation. For example, let's say you're making a cup of tea. Okay. Now you have realized that if I change the proportion of milk and sugar, okay, let's say earlier I was using 60-40, but if I do 55-65, or sorry, 55-45, then the taste is changing a lot. So this small change, but the benefit will be very high. Those are called low effort and high benefit solutions. Okay. Yeah, layout changing without capex. Fantastic. So these are called low effort, high benefit. Now you are changing the layout of the factory, layout of the processes without much capex. Just machines को यहाँ से वहाँ आपको move करना है. And by doing that, your productivity changes. These are called low effort and high benefit solutions. Okay. Yes. And high effort, low benefit solutions, you all know that, right? People can suggest a lot of things. That let's increase the manpower. Okay. You remember that, increasing the manpower, double kar dijiye manpower. High effort, low benefit. So ultimately benefits will not be according to the requirement. Okay. So these kinds of solutions, basically you need to bifurcate between these 4 areas. Clear? Super. Let's move on to, there is another method which is called n by 3 method, n by 3. Let me just quickly touch upon that method, n by 3. Then I'll touch upon the action plan, how to make the action plan. Okay. There is something called n by 3 method. Let me just remove this first. Yes, what is n by 3? Imagine you have lot of solutions with you. So this method is called n by 3 method of, again, this is the same method, effort benefit or n by 3. I would highly recommend effort benefit, but this is just for your information. So n is equal to number of solutions. Okay, let's say, imagine you have 9 ideas or 9 solutions with you. So n by 3 is equal to 3, right? So these are the 3 numbers. So everybody in the group or everybody in the project will get to select the best 3 ideas out of the 9 ideas. Okay. For example, here you will find out all the solutions. Okay. So solution number 1, 2, 3, 4 till let's say 9. Okay. And there are a number of people. So there are 5 people in the group, A, B, C, D, and E. These are the 5 team members. Okay. Now A will come and give the 3 votes. So everybody will get 3 votes. Out of 9, everybody will give 3 best solutions. Okay. So A will give vote to 1, A will give vote to 3, A will give vote to 4. B will come, B will give vote to 1, vote to 3, and maybe vote to 9. C will come 1, 2, and maybe 4. D will come 1, 5, or 6, or something like that. So after that, you count the number of votes. Let's say one solution has got 4 votes. Solution number 3 has got 3 votes. Okay. Solution number 2 has got 0 votes. Then 4 has got 2 votes. 5 has got 0 votes, 0 votes, 1, 1, and 1. So ultimately, you will select solution number 1 and solution number 3. Maybe you can select solution number 4 as well. Okay. So out of 9, you will select solution number 1, 3, and 4. Clear, everybody? This is called n by 3 method. N by 3 method is by reducing the number of solutions by 3. Okay. 9 के जगह पे 3 solutions select करना. So this method also is using. Yes, this it is same as a ranking method भी आप कह सकते हो, but this is a different by a little ranking. Ranking method में we give the rating, okay, ranking to that. Instead of that, you just give the voting. It is also called as multi-voting method. N by 3 is also called as multi-voting. You can just make a note of this. So yeah, called as multi-voting technique, okay, or N by 3 technique. Okay. Yeah, if you have 3 solutions, then no, don't have to do it. This is when you have a huge number of solutions. Okay, then you can use this, effort benefit or N by 3 methods. If you have very limited number of solutions, you can go ahead and implement them. Okay. Clear, everybody? Just type yes in the chat box. Yes, Sachin, do you have any question? You can just type in the chat box and I will be more than happy to answer them. Sachin Patil, you have any question? Because I saw your hand raised. Is it any question or I don't know? No, no. Okay. No issues. Fantastic. So clear hai? So once it is done, then you go for the solution action plan. Okay. Now understand this. How to make the action plan? Solution action plan. So this is the final step of the implementation or the improve phase. Okay. Solution action plan. What do we do here? In the solution action plan, here we will list down the selected solutions. Okay. Now those solutions basically have to be converted into activities. For example. Okay. Now training to the people. Training to employees, let's say. Okay. If solution is because of lack of awareness, we need to basically, arrange the external training. Okay. Internal training se kaam nahi ban raha hai. We need to basically hire external trainer, external expert to give the training so that it will be more effective. Okay. So what are the activities? First of all, finalize the trainer or finalize the organization. let's say the trainer. Okay. Then schedule the training program. Then the content, finalize the content. These are all, various activities for the arrangement of the training. Okay. Now, for every activity, guys, there will be accountable person. There will be accountable. Let's say finalizing the training, let's say Satish will do it. Okay. Then scheduling the training, let's say Rima will do it. Finalizing the content of the training program, let's say Suresh will do it. I'm just giving you some random names. And every person will have the date. Okay. The date at which it has to be completed. So date of completion. Okay. DOC. So Satish is expected to complete, let's say, by 31st of Jan 25. Okay. Then Rima has to complete once the finalization of trainer happens. Then by 7th of February, Rina has to complete the training. The finalization of the content can be done parallelly by 7th of Feb. This also can be done. So similarly, and then you have to review this action plan step by step every time. Okay, now who reviews this? The project leader has to review this. This is the activity of the project leader, and accountability. This will be the team members. Okay, so Satish will be the team member of the project. Rima will be team member. Suresh will be team member of the project. So there you can distribute the actions among the team member, and you also can, if you can also contribute, you can also take certain activities. But ultimately, you need to follow up with the people that what is the progress. Okay. Now, when Satish's, the deadline is 31st of January, you need to set up reminders for yourself that you need to follow up to Satish. Okay. Give the timely reminder. Give the reminder on maybe 20th. Give the reminder on 25th. Give the reminder on 30th. That Satish, your date is completing. Have you finalized the trainer? Okay. Don't remind him on 31st, or don't remind him on 1st of February. Remind him frequently before that date of completion comes. Okay. And that is the role of see, there are a lot of tools available, for our help. Okay. A lot of tools are available, a lot of apps are available, which are very free to use. Okay. So you can take help of those apps to make this entire process a foolproof process. Okay. Foolproof. FULL foolproof. Clear? This is called a solution action plan. Once we start implementing this, then we will start getting some results coming out. Once this is made, this is the end of our improve phase. Are you clear? Just type yes in the chat box. Clear hai yahan tak? Just give me yes. Super clear? Yeah, we can use the Kanban. Yes, we can use the Kanban. We can use, there are a lot of techniques. There are some reminder techniques also we can use. Okay. Clear? Very good. Let's quickly take a break now for 10 minutes. It's 8:25. We will be effort benefit matrix and control impact matrix. Effort benefit matrix is basically just to reduce the solution. Okay. Now control impact matrix, I think it will be falling in the control phase, I believe. Okay. Control impact matrix. Control impact matrix. I think that is what is the impact of that. The phase which is sustenance phase. Control is the sustenance phase. Then what is the impact it is making? It is sustained or not. Okay, that will fall in the control phase. So effort benefit we can use in the reducing the solutions. Okay, yeah, clear, fantastic. So let's take a break for 10 minutes. We'll be back at 8:35 sharp. Okay, clear. Then I will just have certain announcements for you, and then we will go for the control phase, and then I will give you the details about the examination of the green belt. Clear? Super. So let's take the break for 10 minutes. We'll be back at 8:35. As every time, once you are back, just type I am back in the chat. Super. Is everybody back? Just type I am back in the chat box.